What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Errol, the Truth Spence. Errol Spence has a definite response to retirement rumors. The former unified welterweight champion, Errol Spence Jr., has been from some corners of the sport and advised to retire after his first career defeat against Terrence Crawford back in July, and he has now broken his silence on the matter. And this is what he had to say. He said, "You might be right, but one trick got Olympics. Kids in private school, mom and pops retired years ago, and a passport full of stamps. I don't have to pick up a glove again if I don't want to." Some of y'all forgot what this shit really is for until you are 27 and trying to make a comeback for 10E of what you used to make. Okay, whatever that is. All that being said, you can kill the retirement. Though, yeah, I got my ass beat. Shit was past due. I didn't live exactly like a boxer for the most part, LOL. Okay. Those are the words of Errol the True Spence, and let me counterpunch. What Errol Spence is saying is he's not going anywhere. He's not retiring. The sport has gave him some retired parents, kids in school, passport full of stamps. So he's made his career, but people forget what it's about. And I have to say, I respect that. I respect that from Errol, because a lot of people could, sell away, sell off in the sunset, right? Call it a day. He could go to every fight or whatever, but it's not about that. It's about the competitive nature. He got beat, so what? Obviously, he didn't read the Floyd Money Mayweather handbook. Because normally when fighters lose, it's almost like they don't know what to do after that. They don't know how to rebuild after that. They don't know what direction to turn. Errol Spence is saying, hey, I didn't really fight or live a boxer mentality for the most part. Well, there is a lot of truth to that. Think about it. If you look at most of those guys, you look at Errol Spence, you look at Adrian Broner, you look at even at Tank Davis, look at the Charlos, all of these guys that I mentioned, all of them had a history of the party life, and the party life always clashes with a boxer's lifestyle. I mean, a true boxer's lifestyle is going to clash. And that's exactly what we witnessed Errol Spence's life to be, clashed with his other life. He was kicking ass and taking names and doing all this and doing all that, getting in wars, having great fights with Sean Porter, Danny Garcia, Kell Brook, and many more. But he was also partying like a rock star as well. We seen him late 2019 flip his very expensive sports car many times, driving way over the limit, alcohol way over the limit, and we've seen that. We've seen him on press conferences slurring his voice and talking all crazy. And we've seen him inebriated in these press conferences, having that wreck tested positive for alcohol abuse. He admitted he's Jamaican. He smokes bud. Okay, a lot of these things come into play. So him saying, well, I didn't exactly live my life like a boxer. That's true for the most part. But, okay, let me leave you guys with this. Those things might have been true with Errol in yesteryear. But I don't think they were true last year. I think when he was training for Terrence Crawford, he knew exactly, or he figured he was going to be in for a pretty tough fight, but he thought he was going to be in a fight that he would win. So guess what? If anybody anticipates winning a fight, what are they going to do? They're going to train. Errol Spence had a wild lifestyle like his friends that he mentioned. Okay, fair enough. But I think Errol Spence broke off from a lot of that when training for Terrence Crawford. That's why you have to give Terrence Crawford 100% credit, simply because I don't think, minus the cataract surgery, I don't think his lifestyle was the way it used to be. Him saying, hey, I wasn't living my life like a boxer, well, that doesn't pertain to the last fight and the first fight that you lost. And the only fight that you lost. I don't think it pertained to that moment. People talk about ribs. People talking about this cataracts. Okay, fine. Get better, heal. I think that's the process anyway. But don't try to pin that my life is not, I didn't live my life like the lifestyle of a boxer only because you lost. Now, I'm not saying he's saying that, but you can read into that if you want that to be the case. Okay, if you're looking for anything, because that's what people do when you're a fan of certain fighters, right? You look for certain things and reasoning behind losses. Okay, that's what happens. Okay, and I think that's what may be trying to be sold here. But I would like to think Errol Spence saying what he said, I didn't live exactly like a boxer for the most part, LOL. I hope that's him rededicating his life after he heals properly from the cataract surgery to do exactly what I think he was doing in the first place, but at 154. But you guys tell me what you think of Errol Spence. Definitely telling us he's not going to retire, despite all the things that boxing has accomplished for him. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!